It is catchy, confrontational, and one of the songs that best captures his whole dark preacher Elvis persona. Glenn later pointed out this riff sounds very similar to Sex Type Things by Stone Temple Pilots. Can you hear that? Her Black Wings was meant to be the signature song for this album. It's slower, moodier, and more dramatic. The riff has this real awesome groove to it. This track balances lust and melancholy better than almost anything else in his catalog. This is a track that shows Danzig could do more than just menace and swagger. I'm the One is probably one of the strangest and best songs on the album because it strips away from most of that heaviness and leans fully into dark blues. Acoustic guitar. I can see why critics felt like it was out of place, but longtime fans love this one because it reveals a completely different side of the band. Blood and Tears is probably the closest Danzig ever got to a Roy Orbison-style power ballad, with hints of House of the Rising Sun. Glenn himself called it one of his favorite tracks on the album. It's dramatic, emotional, and genuinely sad in a way most people don't expect from him. A lot of the lyrics on this album are built around temptation, religion, sex, alienation, and fate. Glenn was always interested in biblical imagery, occult symbolism, and mythology, but this album feels more personal than earlier records. There's still the devil imagery and gothic drama, but underneath there's a lot of loneliness and exhaustion. It's one of the bleakest songs that Glenn ever wrote, and it sounds like someone who has hit a point where anger stops being exciting and just becomes draining. John Christ even suggested the lyrics reflected where Glenn was mentally at the time. Blood and Tears deals with heartbreak and emotional damage, while Snakes of Christ attacks organized religion. These songs are dramatic, but they don't feel like it's some sort of cheap act, even when Glenn is leaning pretty hard into the devil imagery. This album did not blow up when it first came out. Critics were mixed. Some of them did love the blues influences, while others thought the album was uneven or too different from the debut. There were reviewers who felt the strong songs carried the weaker material. Unsurprisingly, Danzig fans were more positive. A lot of the longtime listeners still see this album as the best Danzig album, or at least part of that classic run of the first 4 records. The album's darker blues direction gave it a more unique identity than their debut. But part of the problem was timing. The album came out right before grunge changed the world. It also came out when metal was becoming more over the top. So it sat in this strange place where it was too stripped down for flashy metal fans, but didn't quite fit with the underground purists either.